Did you, had you already gone through these drawers before you did
this?
Yeah,
but they were friends. You know, afterwards they knew it's my project, so they didn't really work it. But afterwards they would not trust me. So everybody was like, "Are you going to go through my drawers if I invite you?"
Well, were those your drawers, your parents' drawers?
There were like many different people's. No, not mine. I guess only there were 2 or 3 because I knew those. There was no.
So they knew before you.
No.
Okay.
No, they didn't know.
So
that.
did they say it was okay to go through?
Well, no. After I did it, I got the release afterwards, I guess. But he didn't know that, and he didn't really like it then.
So
he saw it in the video, yeah, and he didn't know it. And afterwards, when the show happened, he noticed that I used his drawers in there. So yeah, so I guess it's it kind of came back, and the next piece that I really used the process again inside it, and again that intimate space was this piece, which was an installation. It was a solo show, but this one dealt with, again, me in trying to find something about myself. And I guess at some point all artists feel the insecurity as far as their future and what's going to happen next, what's in there for you as an artist that are going to be successful or something. So I went to, in a process of like 6 months, I went to all these different psychics, clairvoyants, and readers, and I asked them the question, just tell me if I'm going to make it as an artist. And it was very odd for them because you know, when people usually tend to go there when they have relationship problems or it's about money. So I got these very interesting discussions with them, people who really didn't know what digital art is, and they tend to think when I say, am I going to make it as an artist, I'm going to become a painter and I'm going to sell work, or I'm going to get into entertainment industry. So it was a really interesting discussion with them. So I videotaped most of those sessions. A lot of them didn't like it, or they didn't want their face to be shown. Some of them would say the guiding spirits will not communicate with me if the camera is present, so I had to turn it off. So the thing was that I only have them from eyes down usually, and I told them that I'm not going to show your face. So, and I started playing with this idea of multiple channels and juxtapositioning these different pictures and different video shots together to create this poetic kind of journey rather than just one monitor. So I kind of like to play with that presentation, traditional presentation formats of video. And the room was, you can see this, it was more like an environment. There was this room divided into 2 parts, and you will enter, you will see it here better. And you will go inside, and I had a lot of the objects that I collected from my visits to these clairvoyants and psychics, and you could sit there, interact with those pieces. There was a coffee cup that was dried coffee in it. You could look at that. And there was a hanging screen with these 3 different shots, which I brought a clip because it was a longer piece. It was about 20 minutes, and you could go anytime you want and sit there and come out. But I'm going to show you a few minutes of that. Again, it was more about that intimate. This time, instead of peeking into somebody else's life, I was kind of like projecting my own intimate space, which was kind of odd. But it was it was a very interesting process. So this was just a clip from kind of like in the middle, so it doesn't have the beginning and the end.
There's a coffee table book.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Took that.
Go from here.
Yeah, I'll tune into that, and just so I know, so I can make sure. You just wanted to start with 30 minutes?
Yeah, is that okay? I mean, do you think that's enough for?
Yeah, because I think it gives you enough time.
Yeah, I just don't know. Okay.
Yeah, it gives you enough time to focus on the questions about your career and the art, and also maybe some other stuff as well.
Great. Well, it's more about like my art. I want to see if I'm working on this project, and I want to see if that's going to help me to be more settled with my art and like be an artist, or like be recognized as an artist truly. Or basically, what's the future of this thing that I'm doing? holds my future.
No, I'll be honest with you, it's not talking about anything with your arts project. It's talking more about relationships.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you want this on the camera.
Okay, in answer to your question, you being an artist and how will you do with your art, you know, you do have a tremendous amount of creative energy that runs through you. And just to talk about that a little bit, it's not only creativity in the way of your artistry. I see you also designing different covers, like covers of books, covers of albums, that kind of thing, which might be a way or a direction that you will find yourself in. I see someone actually coming to you and commissioning you, if you will, for to begin doing pieces like that. And from there, you'll also branch out into other areas and different types of things.
First, I get that you are going in the right direction with your art. I do feel like you're going to do one other thing, but it's going to actually enhance what you're doing now, like help you to advance in that field. Like you might get a job with fashion or jewelry. Someone might offer you something to work with colors. I keep saying white, like just white sculptures of people or like goddesses or more angelic things, but it seems kind of spiritual too in nature.
I see.
But I see you coloring it and adding materials to it, or maybe silk, different textures. But I also see you doing some abstract art with ink.
There's a book there. There's a coffee table book with that. Tuck that away. That's coming up. You've got a book that's coming out, and it's just hands. And you're showing all different kinds, young and old. You're showing soft and hard, the different textures and everything. And I see no faces in this book. I just see hands. Good for you. Good for you. It's a fascinating book.
Now, what is this about the entertainment business? Are you interested in it at all?
I'm doing art.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because one thing it does show right now is that your artistic ability will succeed you, and you are meant to be in the public eye.
Okay.
You are meant to be in the public eye. Finances will never be a worry of the future.
But you have a level of creative energy, or height, if you will, of creative energy that will allow you to go into many, many creative directions. Lots of writing. I see you definitely being able to write. Creatively, if you were interested in things such as clothes designing, anything, you know, along that level, you would be able to do very, very well. So it looks like writing, designing clothes, or like designing textiles, you know, things of that nature you would do very well with.
I just want to know what directions I should take based on like my work. Feels like I'm working on the same ideas for so long.
Yeah.
I want to know what kind of directions I should take, just if I want to make it as an artist.
Well, that program I see you taking is really going to help you. I keep getting the word enrichment too, so it might have that in the title, like some enrichment program
It's gonna end.
for artists.
I have a question.
Okay. Let's see
That's the
here.
end of it.
I'm going to just help you to move some of this energy here that is kind of slowing down your process. Feels like things are kind of slow, like it just